everyone, and welcome back to week 2 of our Year 11 podcast. In case you missed us last week, my name's Hope, I work for the University of Sussex, and over the next few weeks I'm going to be interviewing some of our students to get their top tips on making it through lockdown and getting ready for Year 12. We'll be sending these videos out each Monday, so make sure you take a look at your inbox next week. And this week we're going to be talking about looking after your wellbeing and handling change. So let's get started. Hello, this week we are joined by Ani and Tanzim. Hi guys.
Hiya.
Hi. Annie's in her first year studying international business and Tanzim is in her second year studying biomedical science. So our theme this week is looking after your well-being. What's something that you've done so far that's helped you get through lockdown?
So I'm actually at university, so I'm staying at my uni house. So I'm away from my family. So what we've been doing as a family is setting up Zoom movie nights. So we have me and my sister have a thing we like to watch, This Is Us. So tonight we're watching the newest episode of This Is Us. And then with my housemate, we've been doing cooking nights. So last night we made chicken pot pie together. And we've been trying to do that as a way where during the day we're kind of chilling, relaxing, getting our own stuff done. And then in the evening we all recalibrate and watch a movie together. So it's been a nice way of just having to spend time with different pockets of people and going, I'm going to dedicate this time just to relax and distract me as well.
Yeah, fantastic. So what would be your best tip for looking after your well-being and kind of like lowering lockdown anxiety?
So I'll go first. So my best tip is I always find that if you talk to a loved one or a friend about what's going on or even what you've been doing for the day, I find it's a great way of just going, right, let me compartmentalise what I've done today and what I've been up to, how much fun I've been having, whether I've been feeling down. And it's been kind of a good way for even like, say if I'm talking to my mum, she'll go to me, what have you been up to today? And it's just a bit of a diary kind of thought in my head going, I've done this. And you start to go, how did I feel active today? Or was I just feeling like it's one of those days I just want to relax? And that's fine. So I've been doing that a lot, finding different shows to watch. So I've been kind of delving into like adventure shows rather than the normal binging Netflix. I've been going, finding stuff I want to do after the
Tanzim, how about you? Any top tips?
So my top tip would be to have designated spaces for certain things, such as have it like my space at my desk is where I'm studying. When I'm relaxing and chilling, then I'm like downstairs or somewhere else, and making sure that these spaces are very separate.
Okay, so you guys have been spending a lot of time studying at home and you've just done your exams. What's one thing that you do to get outside of the house and kind of like lift your mood?
So for me, to lift my mood, every day of the week, me and my flatmates or me and my friends have been picking a place we want to walk to. So we're kind of going, let's do walking roulette because it's made it more interesting rather than going to the same place. So we've done Devil's Dyke, we've done the beach, we've sometimes done Beachy Head, just to change it up a bit every day, just to go, it's a new refreshing walk, and then go back and repeat it. Because for me, is even just doing that hour's walk, I find out breaks up the day, but also for some reason I come back and I feel really refreshed and I'm going, I feel awake now and this has made me feel good and I sleep much better for it as well.
For our Year 11s watching this video, they've got some big life changes coming up for them at the end of this year. Thinking back to when you were in Year 11 and heading into Year 12, how did you feel during that transition?
So when I was in Year 11, one of my friends actually passed away. So for me, I decided to move schools because I needed a fresh start. Because I was going, I need to change the scenery. So I went to a new sixth form. The friends at the time I had at my old school weren't very happy about it. So for me, that was kind of like, oh my gosh, this is a new territory. And I'm being honest, it was the best thing I ever did because for me, I was really excited about having somewhere that I could be me and start fresh. Go, right, this is something exciting to start. It's a new adventure. And also, I'm being honest, transition from university to A-levels, you get much more freedom. You can study more stuff you enjoy because you're now going, I've picked the subjects that I want to study. So for me, I was really excited to start looking into things I'm really interested in.
So I found that transition quite stressful because I wasn't sure if I would be making the same, if I would be with my friends, because I actually went to a college, not a sixth form. And yeah, so I was just worried that I wouldn't be making friends because you're only at college for 2 years, 2 to 3 years. And yeah, but it worked out in the end because I actually made a lot of lifelong friends, and it's just making sure that you have that balance between your high school friends and your college friends.
Fantastic. And how long do you think it kind of took you to adjust and to settle into year 12?
So for me, I'd say it took me about 3 months because I feel like I had to adjust my timetable, finding a routine, getting to know, like getting comfortable with my form and all the new friends. And by that time, I'd go, it's October, December, and I'm kind of into my groove.
Can you think of anything that you were worried about that turned out okay in the end?
I'd have to say the challenging aspect would have been leaving school and having that an overwhelming feeling of going, I'm leaving the people I was most comfortable with while I've been in my college 5 years. Because for me, I believe from year 7 to year 11 is when you're growing up and you're learning about yourself. So I think that was a really challenging one. Is you also start to develop a sense of like family with these people you're so comfortable with. And I'm sure Tanzim understands the same thing. When you start a whole new environment, you're going, how am I going to deal with this? And also, because people worry more because college is only 2 years, they start to go, 2 years is so different to 5 years. But my best way of handling it was I still made sure to keep in contact with the people I was friends with in secondary school. And it was great because I started mixing them with the friends I was with in sixth form. And it was a nice way of merging both sides of my young aspect that I've grown up with and also the aspect of my future together.
Okay, so that's all we have time for today. Thank you both so much for joining us and for all of your advice. Year 11 students, don't forget to check back next week when we're going to be talking about knowing your strengths and building confidence. But first of all, here is your challenge for this week. Tanzim, can you please give us this week's challenge?
Of course, so the challenge this week is to identify the things that make you feel stressed and to identify the things that make you feel happy. So maybe make a list of these things and see if you can minimize the things that make you feel stressed if you're in control of it, and to make more time for the things that make you feel happy.
Perfect. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.